power over our bodies because we're giving it to our mate. The different parts, one body. One word. I cannot scratch my foot if my hand doesn't go down there to scratch it. So we have both two different parts of the body working together. And whatever that itch is on my foot, it will be satisfied when my hand get down there and scratch it. Right?
Right.
All right. Those parts meet the needs of the other parts. Principle 11, and then I'll have one more. Sex should be viewed not only as a way of getting one's needs met, but also a way of serving one's mate. We touched on this a little earlier. Refusal to meet a mate's sexual needs in a wholesome and healthy manner may place the spouse in a position of vulnerability to sin. As Paul taught, when marital sexuality is not in its place as it should be, because the need is not being met by the other partner, then it can open the door to satanic attack. Hence, infidelity. That's one of the main reasons why we should not withhold sex from our partner, men and women. That's why we have no biblical permission. Hear that. No biblical permission to withhold it except for fasting and prayer. And then when you're fasting and praying, don't do that too long. You come back together quickly. Get it back together. Rekindle that after the fasting and prayer. Principle 12. Sex is fully satisfying only when two persons possessed of expanding individual identities come to the experience, a celebration of differences. Each one comes to give and demand. Each one remains intermittently independent and dependent. Both fill the void in the other and discover in the fulfilling a developing fullness in themselves. Sexual intimacy requires oneness with a healthy separateness. So you can have complete sexual intimacy together. You're one. When that time happens, you come together as one. But you can still be your own separate person. Biblical sexuality is meant to function under the seal of the covenant. So those are our 12 biblical principles on sexuality. And hopefully now we have a little bit better understanding of the difference between sex and sexuality, and have a better understanding of God's design for it and the origin of sex and sexuality. And we now know some of the principles that God has ordained sex for marriage, and it can be enjoyed, should not be withheld. It is a wonderful, blessed thing. And maybe later, if they will have me next time, I can share the 7 desires and the roots of a healthy relationship. Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, thank you there. Stay right there.
Stay right there.
Yeah, stay right there. Woo! Man. That was good, y'all. I'm gonna sit down on this one. Yeah. Now y'all heard it from the lady. Now, means it wasn't for me. I didn't set this up. She just come up and pick a lot of words out of the foul. These things are real. And ladies, these things are very important for relationship. Men, is very important for your relationship. But you also have a package deal where that you have a format that they can go by and try to see, like you did at the Valentine thing.
Right. The information that I shared with you there, it's a combination of the whole entire course that we went through. Actually, it was only the first 4 classes, and I had a good 30 or 40 minutes worth of information to share. But that information, one of them is the thing that you can do with your mate is to share and to write those things down, the 5 things that will turn her on and the 5 things that automatically turn her off. And then you switch it. The man does the same thing. What are those 5 things that will have him ready in less than a millisecond? But then what are those things that absolutely turn him off that will, never mind, I'm not in the mood, that was it for me. So with men, some of it may even be the attire. If you wear your hair like this, or if you dress in these type of clothing, remember the marriage bed is undefiled. So if you want your spouse to dress up as the maid or the doctor or the police officer or whatever, then they can do that. If there are some things, even with men, one of those things that may automatically turn them off is nagging. Yes. And fussing and just going on and on like we are so readily able to do.
Lord help us.
So that's one exercise that you can do with your spouse and with your mate, is to write those 5 things down and then share them with you. I did that with my husband, and that he found out some things about me that I had never shared with him. He didn't know, and we've been married over 10 years.
Thank God. See that? See that? See that? See that? See that? Yeah, she done that with us for Valentine's, and I never got to finish mine. Mine was too long. But anyway, we ain't talking about me. But yeah, she's a great lady. We're going to have her back on, and we're going to try to be a step deal for y'all. That's why y'all wonder why I stepped out the way, because it's about what she's trying to bring, a message to help families come together. Because if you come together as mom and dad or just a couple, it makes the relationship in the home a whole lot better. And also, it makes the atmosphere in the home a whole lot better. And a lot of things starting to happen, and like she said, you can get negligent. Now, men, you know, they got this thing, the tights. What the guys do when they go out to the little places, the little clubs and things. Now, that might be for somebody or some man, but that ain't for me. But so if that turns your woman on, brother, go for it. But, you know, that ain't for me. But yeah, we're going to have her back and thing, and I appreciate her coming out, giving her time and everything to do this for me. And we're going to take it step by step, and that was the reason why we let her do her deal. So when you go to the site and you have questions and answers, just go to the site and reply back, and we'll try to get her to answer those questions again on when we come back here to Daddy Rich Rocket Chair on YouTube. We'll have her to answer those questions for you. And men, if you have questions, we'll answer those. Women's the same. And it was good to have you up here. And CB, could you come help me one more time? Help this young lady get off stage here for me, please, sir. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. And we're going to have you back real soon. All righty, yeah. I'll step here to the side, let them get that situation there. Well, we keep this thing going, and man, I hope y'all enjoyed that, because I enjoyed it. It's a lot of times you might have a woman that's feisty. Now that might not work for her. You might have to ease this up to her, because she not like who is she? What's she talking about? She ain't nobody. I'm your wife. See, you got to deal with all them attitudes, them different changes. So you might want to ease this up to them, and you know, let's see how it works. Men, if your wife bring it to you or your woman bring it to you, listen, hear, because it could help you out. It could help you out. And you know, and a lot of men, we go through the deal where, yes, the woman wants to hold out. You didn't take the trash out. You didn't wash the dishes. You didn't go and help the bed. You didn't go out and cut the grass this high. You didn't go do nothing but holding out because she want a new car. That ain't right. But, you know, and fellas, we can't do the same thing neither. We can't say, well, look here, I ain't going to buy you nothing. I ain't going to do nothing because you ain't doing nothing for me. So like she said, it's not right on both sides. So we're going to keep that going. And like I said, we're going to bring her back. Now we're going to go to a good friend of mine here in the Dallas, Texas area. He works out of Garland and Greenville, doing things in between and stuff like that. And he's a great newspaper guy, and we done some lot of things with the radio station, and he done a lot of things with me. And come on up here, Willie, my good friend Willie. Y'all give it up for Willie.
Oh yeah, thank you, Richard.
All right, let's have a seat, man. We too old for all this standing.
All right.
Now, Willie, we understand that you got a newspaper for the Garland and Greenville area and thing, and we want to know what you think about your thing to tell the people about what you do with your newspaper.
Well, Rich, I'm glad you asked about the newspapers, and but we were actually going to talk about Neelerville distribution this morning.
Okay.
But our newspapers, I'll be glad to tell you, we got the Garland Journal News, the Coombe Heritage News, and the Metroplex South Star, Lock and Pound. Note to see us. Those are basically minority newspapers. But the thing that I'm really excited about is our free discount pharmacy cards.
Hey, free. Man said free. Now, you hear the man saying free, go to Daddy Rich, rocking chair, YouTube, and you can find out how you can get you a free medical card. Go ahead, Willie.
Yeah, these free, here in America, healthcare is one of the things that the cost is just going simply out of the roof.
Yeah, way out.
Way out of the roof. And, just here alone in the Metroplex area, with about 7.2 million people here in the DFW area. And you take a look at that, and about 3.4 million people don't have any kind of health insurance at all.
That's a lot of people, y'all. That's a lot of people.
Free discount pharmacy cards really come in handy in terms of paying for medications.
All right. And Willie, how does it go with the children as far as the cards? A lot of kids have asthma and certain breathing tanks they have to use, certain medication they have to have. Especially a kid that's on the ADD drugs or whatever that they call those deals to keep them calm. So how do that help with them with that card, Willie?
Well, I'm glad you asked. These with the free discount pharmacy cards, there are no restrictions whatsoever. So they are open to children. Also, there's no sign up. There's no fees. There's no cost, which we mentioned before.
Man.
So kids are absolutely welcome. The whole family can use the same cards, in fact.
Oh, now that's the deal there. When you get the whole family to use the card, when you get your insurance for whoever your provider is, they give you a card for all the family, and they discount some of the medication by you being a client of them. And that's one of the perks of having the insurance with them. But when you can use the whole family and get the same great discount, because if some of you notice, if you go to the pharmacy and try to order some of your medicine, sometimes it's different prices for different ones. Because sometimes I notice the women's medications is higher than the men's medication, even though they're taking the same blood pressure medicine. It's higher or lower. And that's the thing that we need to look at too.
Yeah, and some of those medications, there's generic type drugs, and then there's also the brand name drugs. There's a lot of people that spend $250, $300 a month just on their medications. So you're right, there is a difference there between the generics and also the brand name drugs.
All right, how would this work for a person that's a diabetic? I know you said it's free, so we got all the medication that we can use, diabetics, blood pressure, for all the kids. And what about a woman who's trying to do mammogram, or guys going to get checked out for what's it called?
Yeah, and that's a real good point. I'm glad you brought it up. The cards, although we call them free discount pharmacy cards, the cards also pay for imaging, x-rays, that sort of thing.
Man, this is a card y'all really need to check into.
And lab work.
Oh, and lab work. Now, lab work is the most expensive part of insurance. For a doctor, another doctor, or a person to read x-rays. And that's where the insurance get tricky.
Yes.
And Willie, today, do you have any of those cards that you can show the people what they might be buying, or I mean not buying, but getting from you?
Yeah, I happen to have what I've got here. This is one of the cards.
Can you zoom in on that? And as you zoom in on that, that's one of the cards that he's had there that you can get. And again, Willie will have some with me and with that Daddy Rich rocking chair, and you can go there and reply for these cards here. Or Willie gonna give you a place where you can call, go on site, or a place where you can come by and talk to him and get more information, or a booklet on this product, on this card.
Absolutely. They can go straight to our website and actually download and print the card right there on our website.
That's even more easier.
That website is discount.rxdiscount.com.
All right.
123.com
All right.
/ATA222. It's kind of a mouthful.
All right,
It's
yeah.
the job done. And they can also write to us at Post Office Box 24, Greenville, Texas, 75403. And we'll be happy to send them a card if they're a group or an organization and they like up 50 cards or 100 cards. Just write to us and we'll send those cards to them for free, and we'll even pay the postage.
All right. Well, I know some of my fans out there are probably wondering, okay, is this card all free, and how is this backing, how is this sponsoring, how does this work as you go do it, and what's the feedback on it? There's any sponsors behind it, or doctors or organizations behind it?
Well, actually, we are backed by a company that's listed on the New York Stock Exchange called XXI.
All right.
The subsidiary company, which is Health one of the biggest pharmacy benefit management companies here in the United States, backs the card up. It's not insurance per se. It's more coupon. Would be the easiest way of looking at it.
But every little bit helps, though, y'all. Every little bit helps nowadays.
Absolutely. And the cards never expire.
Oh, it never expires, so that means lifetime.
Absolutely.
Oh man, that's good there, Willie. And man, I know that we're supposed to have got some more of those people. I was gonna have some more people up here to ask you some questions about the card, but that's all right. Today we just gonna do it the other way, and I'm gonna ask you about what's the person that we got a lot of people that might be missing a finger or limb or something. They going through some treatments, and they might have to have a certain deal. I know you said X-rays and all that other stuff, but somebody might not have got it. Say, well, I got this on my neck, and I'm just going to the doctor and back and forth. How would that card help them for us getting medication and seeing the doctor? Because going to see the doctor sometimes is very expensive, because that is part of your other insurance part of the deal of having you pay your copay $20, $30, $70. I even heard $80 on some of them. But it's kind of crazy. But how would that help them if they go into the doctor? Do they need to just show their card to the doctor and try to get discounts on the treatments that they go into?
Well, somewhat. It doesn't actually cover the doctor's bills per se, but when the doctors write out those high-priced prescriptions that you need to make that finger that you no longer have, to your medications, to treat that, then that's where those cards come in. And I tell you, and one of the things that I think you're driving at is this, and nothing beats a payback bigger than a person that comes back to you with tears in their eyes saying thank you for that free discount pharmacy card, because it helped me keep my lights on, or it helped me pay a car note, or it helped me just feed my children.
Yes, because a lot of senior citizens that's on fixed income, and not just only senior citizens, you got some young people that's on fixed income, and it's not about an accident. It's just something that happened to them that can't work, or they can't do normal things like anybody else, and that also helps out with a parent that's dealing with a child that takes a lot of their time, like a handicapped child or dysfunctional child, and that helps out. And that big payback is a great deal, because I'm gonna tell you now, taking my grandbaby to the doctor, and she had ear infection, and I had to buy that penicillin stuff, man, that was $50.
Yes.
Just for that. Now, if I could have had that card and got it for 10 or 15, that'd make a big difference.
Absolutely. And that's the kind of money that these free discount pharmacy cards put back in people's pockets.
And that's what it takes. Because somebody out there, maybe you yourself, need a little break on the insurance. And I know we all do, because I do too. But we fight in a world of politics, and politics gets in the way of our health sometimes. And it's sad to say that it does, but we hoping that America can get it right and get us going and keep our older peoples around and keep us around, because it ain't nothing like living. I'm going to tell anybody, it ain't nothing like living. But Willie, I sure appreciate you there. We're going to have you come back. You think you can come back and talk more about some more stuff?
Absolutely. And I apologize for that little mix up there.
That's all right.
These discount pharmacy cards.
That's all right. I just wanted people to know about you.
Yeah, putting money into people's hands and empowering people with with healthcare costs going through the ceiling.
Yeah.
And with these economic times that we're living in, this is really happening.
And we're going to pass some of these cards out today to the people that are here today in the audience. We're going to pass some of them out to them, and y'all call them up and get yourself set up and get you some discounts. And I want to thank you, Willie, for having us.
Thank you for inviting me out.
All right.
Great show you got going.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, looking forward to your success.
All right, thank you. That was my good friend Willie there, out of Garland, Texas, and Greenville there, and he was telling you some great things about the health care and getting this card. That's a great deal because, you got parents, working on 2 jobs or 3 jobs, however, whatever's going on in your life, or a person dealing with a child that have a lot of history of medication. And when you can get a discount or get a get back from that medication and puts a little money back in your pocket, because I know for a fact some of those medications that you take range from $100 to $200, and if you ain't got insurance, it's even more expensive. So it's a great card to have if you don't have insurance. It's a great card if you do have insurance, because you never know where, you go to the doctor and say, well, you need to take this right here. Okay, well, I'm going to use my medical card and get a discount on it and get it at a lower rate. It might be $50, but I can get it for about $20. Get more pills. Because sometimes the pills that you get from the doctor, I'll say maybe some blood pressure pills. And if you're on 2 or 3 different blood pressure pills, they normally give you maybe 10 or 5, depends on how strong they are. And if you get this card and get more that for your buck, for your dollar, that would be good. And we want all y'all to come out, like I said, go to Daddy Rich Rocking Chair and let me know, and also get Willie up and good thing. And I'm getting ready to do my good friend, homeboy, brother, I love, straight out of Houston, Texas. His name is Dalton Flusion. We're going to get Dalton Flusion. Come on down, Dalton, come on down and see us.
Hey, Richard, now while he's on the way down there, let me call off that website again for Willie to make sure that people are interested in these discount pharmacy cards. This is a great deal.
Come in closer.
Well, I didn't want to steal your thunder there.
That's all right. Come on in.
All right. It's discount.nrx, discount123.com. Let me do that again. I messed that up. Discount.rx, discount123.com /HTA222. Okay, I think we got it.
Yeah, we got to go there. Yeah. There's Dalton. Come on down, Dalton. We're going to do this. Get that mic. CD, let Dalton have that. Dalton, you know how I do it. Let's sit down. All that standing for them young folks.
You're younger than me, bro.
Well, y'all, this is my good friend out in Houston, Texas. I also be doing gospel shows. We used to be on the road, and we used to be 3-Star Entertainment. We used to go to a lot of places down south and around East Texas and places like that, Arkansas. Some of you might recognize me from some of the shows that we have done around the East Texas area. We I think we did one time. Did we get close to Houston one time doing a show, or we canceled or something?
That one canceled.
Okay, that one canceled. I know we had a deal for Houston, but I do also go to Houston and put on shows down there for my good friend Dalton here. We do a lot of things with him, and we also been on a lot of journey trips that we've been trying to do and get out there, and hopefully the people give us a chance and things. But Dalton, tell a little bit about yourself and tell about what you do out there. We know you're a truck driver and things, but you know a truck driver, they're always trying to sing in the truck, man. They're always trying to sing in the truck. They can't sing. You know what I'm saying? Be like me. That's the way we do it, you know. But anyway, don't tell about yourself, right?
Well, I'm glad and happy to be here, my brother.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is
actually
Deacon Dalton Flutens. I'm a member of Mount Bethel Missionary Baptist Church in Houston, Texas. And yes, I am a truck driver, you know, and praise God, I've been doing this 34 years. And I've been singing longer than that. I'm not a professional, but I love giving God the praise.
Amen.
So I mean, if I sound crazy, as long as I'm giving Him the praise, it don't matter, you know. But I'm happy that I'm able to uplift His name. I'm happy that I'm able to even be on a format to where I can say I love Jesus.
Yes.
You know. So you know, it's just good to be here.
Yes,
Just
yes,
good
it
to
is.
be here.
Yes, it is. I'm glad to have you show him, brother. I'm glad to have you, because me and him been back and forth through a lot of things for us to show relationships, helping each other get things going, trucks, cars. Because if I'm broke down and I'm close to Houston, all I gotta do is call him up. Especially if he at home, he on his way. If he halfway where I'm at, I'm on my way. That's the way we roll, and every time I have an event, I got to give it to him. He could be just got off the road, and he come to the show. Show might be in Arkansas, Louisiana, Magnolia, wherever. You know, he's there, and you can't get no more than that there, man. That's a friend, that's a brother for you, and we'll go out just being great friends and brothers right there with a lot of love, because what we try to do, we try to, you know, do our deal with God, show our praises and everything. And I appreciate him doing that, because when I first started out doing the 3-Star Entertainment, before I got this show here, I didn't know that he could sing. He just came up and helped me with all the big speakers and all the stuff I had, all the equipment I had. And what we do, I said, dog, I need another singer. I'm going to find me another singer, because we had one that had canceled. He said, I can sing. I said, you can? When you do that? You know, man, I've been singing. Man, I ain't heard you sing. I've been with you 10 years. You ain't sung nothing. What you talking about? You can sing. He said, man, I can sing, man. Let me sing. I said, man, don't mess my show up, man. Don't come. I'll snatch the mic. I'm telling you, I'll snatch the mic. He said, I got it. I said, all right, bro. So I gave him the opportunity, and man, behold, it was good. It was good, man. He had a standing ovation.